Varun sir, how to be creative is a question I get asked a lot. And in this video, I want to tell you guys what's a good way to actually be creative. What's the process like? How do you break down creativity? Because believe it or not, people think that creativity is some random, you sit under a tree, an apple falls in your head and suddenly you get the secrets of the universe. But that's not how it works. Creativity has a process, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to be creative no matter the industry. Ready? Here goes. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to assume that both of us, which is you and me, are going to learn the piano. Now, if you're already a piano expert, stop watching this video and go watch some Gary Vee or something. This is, just make an assumption that you don't know how to play the piano and let's work on this together. So you don't know how to play the piano, okay? So you go buy a piano in the first place. Obviously, without a piano, you can't really play it, right? So I'm assuming that you've made the purchase, you have a piano, or you're going to some classes where they give you a rented piano. Fair? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to try and build some familiarity with the keys. So you'll probably do tang, tong, ting, tong, tang, right? You're going to realize that you don't know shit. You're going to feel the frustration. But slowly you're going to get over it. And one of the first things that your instructor is going to tell you is, boss, play this tune. So the first thing you'll do is you'll play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. You'll play Dil To Pagal Hai. You play simple tunes where you understand or start understanding what progressions sound good. Does an A to B sound good, or does a B to A sound good? You'll definitely understand what doesn't sound good. You'll know that A, C, A doesn't sound good. I'm just giving you examples, but what I'm saying is that you'll learn what progressions sound good, and you'll also learn what progressions sound terrible and give you a earache. So now, once you can mimic the basics, then you're going to try and mimic some more advanced pieces. So the next thing your instructor is going to ask you to do is to play slightly more complex pieces. He's going to say, well, try these hard pieces for once. So humans and primates learn by mimicking other people. In this case, we're not exactly mimicking other people, we're mimicking their work. So it's slightly different, right? But either way, through this process of copying other people, we learn the exact keys. So whenever I'm on Instagram and I see somebody copy my style or I see somebody copy my work, which happens a lot, I don't feel that bad, right? Unless it's a big brand that does it. If it's a small brand that does it or somebody new that does it, I don't feel that bad because I've done a lot of that when I first started out. And I did that because mimicking is the best way to learn something, right? Almost all designers have created some redesign of the Apple website. And there's a reason for that. We're trying to learn from the best. Right? Then the process of creativity comes in. You know how to play the simple pieces. You know how to play the complex pieces. You break it down. You start breaking it down into chunks. Right? In this case, BAC is a good progression. BAB is a good progression. So you learn these individual units of whatever you're learning. So to give you an example with something like design, with say Photoshop, you know which combinations look good. You know that making a poster which looks worn down with a plaster on the top right looks good. So use that technique very often. And you'll see this with a lot of UX designers. They tend to have a unique style, which they repeat. A lot of artists have a unique style. A lot of piano players, a lot of musicians have a very unique way of doing things. And that's because their individual patterns have become set. Then creativity comes in. And I want you to listen very carefully because this is the secret sauce. To be creative, you take those individual pieces and you make a mistake. That's right. You purposefully make a mistake. BAB sounds bad? Said who? What if just in this piece you do BAB? What if just in this piece you use a brush that doesn't look good? What if just in this piece you used Comic Sans? Comic Sans in the design world is usually a no-no. But what if just in this piece you use Comic Sans to prove a point? You make small mistakes. So I was playing badminton the other day and somebody smashed And I've returned a lot of smashes in my life. So I just keep my racket like this and it just returns, right? As long as I position it correctly. But this time I said, let's make a small twist. Let's make a small change. So instead of keeping it like this, I turned the racket right in front as the shuttle came to me. And it looked beautiful. It was something new, and it's something that I'm looking forward to doing yet again. So that's creativity. You take a set process that you know works, twist. Make a slight twist to it. Make a slight change to it. And that is how you build new and innovative things. It doesn't have to be from scratch. Anybody who tells you creative people create things from scratch are wrong. They're using set patterns and making small changes. That's why almost every Imagine Dragons song, you can recognize it. Almost every carbon-based lifeform song, you can recognize it. Every Bob Ross painting, you can recognize it. They have recognizable styles. And that's because they've used the same individual components. And every piece that's creative, there's a slight difference. That is creativity. There is no such thing as, oh, I'm going to do everything from scratch and original and whatnot. That never works. Everyone takes inspiration. The most creative in the world, you just don't know what their inspiration is. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you guys become excellent piano players or do whatever you want in the world and add that little bit of secret sauce, which is making mistakes after you've broken things down. That's it for me. Bye.